Joe Biden right now is in the process of deciding whether to consider if he's going to. Nope, I got that wrong. He's considering if he's going to decide whether to ponder if he's going to. No, that's not quite right either. Well, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. He's stalling about whether to make his big decision. But one problem he has, and he probably realizes it, there's a lot of creepy photos of Joe Biden out there. And I'll tell you what, if you stick with me to the end of this video, forget about all the creepy Joe Biden pics you've seen. This photo is so bizarre and so creepy, you're going to swear it was photoshopped. But I assure you, it absolutely wasn't. And before we get to that, I'm just going to show you a brief clip of Brian Craig, the co-host of the Steve Kane Show this morning, talking about how Joe Biden is consulting with social media experts on how to burnish his image. Because, you know, he has those other images, those creepy images to counter. But after we're done with that brief clip, I'm going to show you this photo. You absolutely won't believe it. And I absolutely assure you it's a legitimate photo and it hasn't been photoshopped. And I don't know how his social media experts are going to counter this photograph that I'm going to show you at the end of this video. So just stick with it. You're going to be well rewarded by this picture. I mean, you're going to blink your eyes. You won't be able to believe it. So first, before we get to that photo, let's take a look at Brian Craig talking about Joe Biden consulting with the social media experts on how to fix up his image, which I don't think is going to really help. Okay, let's go.
Oh man, you know they're doing this. You had to have seen this story yesterday about how social media executives are working with Joe Biden on imaging so he can run for president. And already, when you see Biden on television, it's mostly like yesterday. They have still pictures of him wearing tailored perfect suits, and he's always doing something candid, like he's taking a step or he's moving to the side, but they're really like posed photographs. Right. They have like a professional Vanity Fair, like Life magazine, like photographer staging pictures, and they're trying to make him electable.
It's not going to help.
Well, the problem they have are all those times that he was rubbing up against women at the photo ops and things like that. But it's really scary how they get involved in this propaganda campaign around someone like Joe Biden, because they've got, our guy's real.
Here we are at the over-the-top, unbelievably creepy Joe Biden picture. Now, we've seen pictures of Joe Biden with his hands on young girls and women, but this one is even beyond that. I mean, here he is. Here's Joe, and I assure you again, this is not photoshopped. Here's Joe Biden. He doesn't even seem to care. Look where his hand is. His hand's on the knee of a gruff-looking police chief. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it had to be photoshopped because that police chief looked like, I thought maybe they took a picture of W.C. Fields, the comedian, an actor, and superimposed it somehow. But no, I did some research on it, and I found out this is an actual photo. It was taken in May 2010 at a Delaware law enforcement officer's memorial. And this gentleman is not W.C. Fields. He's actually a police chief of Newcastle, Delaware, named Kevin McDerby. Now, what makes this really, really fascinating, and I thought I had to be, like I said, I thought it was Photoshop, is the reactions of the other people. Now, look at the look on this guy's face, on McDerby's face, or W.C. Fields. I mean, the look is, hey, buddy, where are you putting your hands? Now here, the guy behind him, he's looking down like, uh-oh. Now here, look at this. This makes it even better. The look on this guy's face. Look at his eyeballs there, staring at, looking at Biden like, what the hell's the matter with you? But what makes it so beautiful is Biden's just sitting there, as you can see, like, hey, no problem. This is just my standard, normal, creepy attitude. Now, of course, this has inspired a few parodies on it. So we're going to get to that in just a moment. Okay, so you just know that this photo had to inspire mockery, and here's one example. And here's the same photo, and here's the thought balloons and people saying stuff. So the W.C. Fields looking police chief, you see the hand here? Boy, you better get your hand off my knee or I'll slap you so hard you'll need a new hair transplant. And the guy here with the eyeballs says, want me to take him, chief? And the guy behind him is thinking, uh-oh, Joe is having another machaca moment. And then here, Joe Biden is something is wrong. I can't feel my hand on my leg. But you know what makes it so funny is all these reactions from everybody, you know, like shocked. And Joe Biden, no problem. This is like normal for him. Now, you just know that if Joe Biden makes his big announcement, you know that that guerrilla artist Sabo is going to make use of these creepy photos. And in particular, this one has to be towards the top of his list, maybe at the top of his list, because to me, this is the most bizarre photo, not just of Joe Biden, but almost anywhere that I've ever seen. You don't even need these thought balloons and the other things, the word balloons. So anyway, just thought I'd let everybody know about this. And to artist Sabo out there, hey, you got your work cut out for you with this photo.